the jazzing 1989 Batmobile versus Hot Toys. I know you've probably discussed this ad nauseum a little bit, but humor me a little bit here in terms of what are the main differences that people should be aware of when deciding which one to purchase. Because like you've mentioned, Hot Toys can undercut you on price because of their production factories and sort of luxuries that they have where maybe you don't with a smaller company. So what are the main differences here between the jazzing 89 Batmobile and the Hot Toys?
Right. So the most important thing is price. If you are even a little bit happy with what you've seen from Hot Toys, by all means, buy that one. It's a solid offering, and it's half the price, right? And we've got more than enough support to make the 1989 project work. I've said this in the past, but we were actually surprised that them officially releasing it was actually a boon for us, where we've only seen less than a dozen cancellations, but we've got dozens and dozens of orders from people who said, I've seen the Hot Toys one, I want yours. So even though I was expecting the total number of orders to go down, we saw them go up. So I really only want to make this for the fans who want the utmost in accuracy. And if you're happy with the Hot Toys one, they do an awesome job. It's a great piece for the price. Get that one. In terms of differences, well, I mentioned a big one, right? The size. So the Hot Toys one, we're not quite sure. Maybe it was one of the stun vehicles that they scanned or something, but it's 4 inches, 10 centimeters too short, and it's most of that is in the nose, so the part from the canopy to the front. It just needs to be longer, because it's not like ours is, what is that, 10% larger overall. It's just 10% longer. The canopy, the glass in the canopy, the windows need to be a lot bigger. There are some differences in the shapes and the curves on the interior. And then there's the roof line. They need to be like that. They need to be rounder. There need to be more curve to the wings in the back. Another big difference, if you can go to the second picture again.
Yeah, this one right here.
Right there, yeah. So I call this the turtle shell, because that's what it looks like to me. The shape around the wing. So as you can see, that's it's very tight around the jet engine, right? Around the exhaust.
Yeah.
The Hot Toys one has a very different shape, where it's a lot farther away. It's a very different shape. Same for the vents; they should move out, and they shouldn't be parallel. So, and there's at least a dozen more. So you see the square roof line, you see the straight lines from the wings that shouldn't be straight, and then you see that turtle shell, which has a massive gap between the jet engine and the but then I don't want to come off as critical. Again, maybe this is a different version, because I think they built around 7 or 8 of them. It's just that the version that people have in their heads, they are different. The same for the nose cone, that should have a little sag at the end. So, and like I said, I can add a dozen details about what's going to be different. But if you're someone who said, I don't see that, then by all means get the Hot Toys one. I am not putting it down. The price to performance ratio is perfect for anyone who's a casual fan. Their quality is always good. So,
yeah.
And this is the first time and possibly the last time where I want to have a competing product, because that's not what we're about. It's the only reason is that I'm an 89 man from my youth. So I still think this was the first Batmobile that I saw when I was like, this is so cool. This was my favorite Batmobile for so long, until I started making them. And then it moved a bit. But I want the ultimate representation with the ultimate accuracy. So that's for me. But that's the one-time exception I expect to have. And for the rest, there's so many projects that I can do where I'm not in Hot Toys way, because I really respect those guys with what they do and what they've done and where they push the market. Because Before them, there was nothing of this quality.